Clock in, clock in. Black Goddess just walked in.
I don't need nobody, only fuck with niggas from around my way. Fuck how you feel about it. I don't know who's stepping for my section, but they still trying to block it. Had to throw the 8 up on my necklace, bitch, come try to stop it, bitch. I don't even wash my clothes, cause I ain't never folded. Had to wipe a nigga nose.
Team Black Goddess stand up, man. Yeah. So we got another day, man, of Mr. Steele trying to get the judge to remove himself from the case. Me personally, do I feel like he's gonna remove himself? Hell no. And he plans on taking this case all the way. He plans on being the one to convict all of these guys from the looks of it. I don't know why, but the more I watch it, the more I see that the judge is definitely leaning more on State's side due to the fact that he really don't even like Thug's lawyer. You feel me? He just made it worse for himself because like now the judge don't like you and he's helping State by any means while still following the law. This is crazy, y'all, but let's tap in.
My attention, Mr. Weinstein, you have filed a motion to recuse me. You have filed an affidavit consistent with that, pursuant to Uniform Superior Court Rule, I believe 25.2. The court's had an opportunity to read your motion. I've also had an opportunity to take a look at, because this issue comes up a fair bit.
Okay.
Baptiste versus the state, I'd invite you to take a look at that, and that's from our Court of Appeals, 229 Georgia Appeals 691. Basically, you can't file a motion to recuse for ruling that a trial judge makes, okay? And that's what you're doing in this particular situation. You're saying you don't like what I ruled upon. You're alleging some facts in an affidavit that support that decision. Because if that were the case, then no trial judge would be able to sit through a trial and give adverse rulings. So for the reasons set forth in Baptiste and other cases, I'm going to deny your motion to recuse on its face, okay?
Your Honor, may I just address what you said? I disagree with your characterization that I filed a motion as a result of any ruling.
No. Well, you did in your affidavit. I'm taking in your affidavit as face value, okay? All right, I'm not contesting where you got the information from, at least not yet.
Yes.
But I'm just saying that because it also encompasses that I made a ruling. And as a result of that, if I make a ruling and you don't like it, then every litigant will say, I want to recuse you, Judge Smith or Judge Glanville or Judge whoever, okay? So part and parcel of it is that's why I'm making my ruling in this particular case. Remember, bias. I've got to do something extrajudicial, and you're in your particular, like I would have to say something about you or your clients or anything like that, which I would never do because I'm a steward of this particular process. So I understand what your objection is, or what your statement is in terms of your motion to recuse, and I'm going to deny it.
And I believe, Your Honor, that under Rule 25.3, that you have to cease acting right now.
No, I don't.
And that you can, if I can just finish, and then I promise, if I can just finish this. I believe you have to cease acting. I believe that under 25.3, you have to look at the timeliness of the motion, and you have to look at the sufficiency of the affidavit. I do not believe that you are permitted to just simply deny without taking those steps.
Is that it?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. So noted.
Are you denying at this point?
I'm still denying your motion, okay?
Would you grant a certificate of immediate review?
No, sir.
Because
no, sir.
If you grant that certificate, you're always talking about how the appellate court.
No, because if I grant the certificate, it stops the case, okay?
I don't agree with
And I'm not going to do that.
I don't believe it stops the case.
I'm not going to do that.
And if
you can appeal it at the end of the case. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Hey, I'll live by it.
But aren't you interested in removing the cloud that's hanging over the case right now, Your Honor? If you grant
Sir, I'd be real careful about what you're pleading at this point in time, what you're stating to the court. As a matter of professional responsibility, remember, we haven't nugged out all of the issues involved in that affidavit. And I would be very careful if I were you, because you have some professional responsibility obligations individually and to this court. And so I would just leave it at that respectfully. I don't want to get into an argument with you about that, but I would just tell you that tread lightly, okay, in terms of that at this point.
I understand.
Oh man, I don't know about y'all, But they are gonna have a terribly hard time trying to get this judge to get his ass off the case. You know why? Because he won't. And why he won't? Because he the judge. And why is he the judge? Because he just is. I don't see what the hell is going on, right? But I do see that all of these defendant lawyers are trying to get the judge off the case. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all. He knows the book so well, he is denying. And even though he know this case might get appealed, he's still gonna take his chances. Why? Because I feel like he wants these boys to pay. For real, Ski. He don't even give a damn if he is in the wrong. By the time this case get reviewed, after we get this case over with, yeah, these boys gonna be down there old as hell. Like, the fact that these guys, it's looking like they barely have a chance in a case that don't even make sense to me, is blowing me.
And I believe that the certificate of immediate review would be in the interest of the court.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not.
Would you make factual findings regarding?
I am not at this point in time going to, I've denied the motion. Okay.
I believe that's an error, Your Honor.
All right. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right. My attention, Mr. Weinstein, you filed a motion to recuse me. You filed an affidavit consistent with that, pursuant to Uniform Superior Court Rule, I believe 25.2. The court's had an opportunity to read your motion. I've also had an opportunity to take a look at, because this issue comes up a fair bit. Baptiste versus the state, I'd invite you to take a look at that, and that's from our Court of Appeals, 229 Georgia Appeals 691. Basically, a trial. It all
25.3.
appeal if I were you.
And I believe that the certificate.
The more they try to get the judge up out of there, the more he stays. Yeah, I don't think this is working out with this recusal thing. Cause like, I don't know if y'all noticed, but the judge is not going. He does not want to. He want to be the one to handle this.